though, I'll hold you to that. Actually, don't, please. God almighty, don't. Anyway, hi, everyone, again. This is the Black Butler, Voices for Black Butler panel, whatever it's called. Oh, you look really good in those. I'm sorry, is this woman not gorgeous? There we go. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do the douche line. Okay, baby. Do you have Needland thread? That's a shame. Because I'm ripped. Things like that. Or like, hey, do you have the number of a good vet? Like 24-hour vet? Really? Good, because these pythons are thick. I need to get like 5 or 6 more, because I just use those to hold the Alright, good. Just gonna get this all out of the way now. So you don't have to bother raising your hand for like 10 minutes, okay? Okay, you ready? You ready? You ready? Would you make me the happiest butler on earth and marry me? What else? Oh yes, let me just do the 2 lines. Or think you said there's like 3 lines? There's the 2 lines. There's well, if I couldn't do this much for my butler, what sort of butler would I be? Or this much for my young master. Oh, I screwed it up! Sorry, I'll go. This is what I totally ran over someone in the hallway just now. She was eating pizza. She looks at me with these eyes I can just kill. I am so sorry. This is going to be a really funny story in 2 seconds. She did not look like she could be wrestled with for that pizza. She already wanted to kill me because of the door. So imagine that she's out there eating pizza, some strange man just butts her with the door, goes back in, and all she hears is raucous laughter. I'm sorry, I love you! You should be in here. What was the line? Oh, yes, yes. What if I couldn't do this much for my young master? What sort of butler would I be? Oh, I'm in the class rule. I'm simply one hair of a butler. And yes. So don't ask me to say it again. No, I'm kidding. Please don't. We like new questions. We like new questions. If you want to hear me say those lines, or any of us say lines at your favorite lines, watch the show.
I love random questions, personally.
Yes, we love random, ridiculous questions, especially questions we can all riff on. And when I say all, I mean a question for all of us, is what we prefer. So, having said that, anything else we want to add to the rule list before we get started?
Yes. Beep, beep, beep,
ding! Was that you just have to go beep, 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 automatically? Oh no, oh, we got this. Because we could have all just done different lines right then, and it would have been chaos. Alright, so I think we'll take turns picking questions. Right? Well, it's easy, you just point at someone and they get up and they say their thing. It's the least hard thing we have to do, I think. I'll take your turn first. Whatever, no, okay, so, what? Does anyone know? They can stand up and project, right? Everyone can project, right? We're all friends here. Excellent. Now, show of hands, who's got a good, random, fun question we can all riff on? Ian, why don't you pick?
That's a big pause, so I'm gonna go.
Oh, yes, your paws are so soft. I do like it. All right.
Okay, so my question is, what did all 3 of you think of season 2? And if you could write the 3rd season of Black Butler, what would you include?
So that's a good question. Now that's exactly what we're talking about. Take notes.
Let's do the first part first. I loved 2nd season. I thought it was awesome, and the everybody in the cast stepped it up extra awesome, and were unbelievable. And I some of the most fun I've ever had working with boys. And some of my most proud stuff, like the stuff that we did in the OVAs, Like, the making of Black Butler 2 is one of my favorite things.
I love season 2. I think a lot of people were originally like, but I guess originally I could understand where that comes from. But once I watched the second season and thought, oh my god, this is brilliant, because the character dynamic changes somewhat. And my favorite thing about season 2, well, if I had to pick a favorite, there's two things. One, I love Claude. I love Claude as an actor. You got some Butler on Butler action going on there. Is a very good thing. But what I liked about it, and I've answered this question before, when approaching the role of Sebastian in season 1, it's a very interesting and difficult challenge because, in my mind at least, Sebastian is a demon, so the traits about him that appear human, the things that we as an audience warm up to, he's charming, he's sexy, he always knows just the right thing to do and say, all of that is a mask he is wearing because he's a demon and it's dinner time. So what's behind that mask, I think, is impossible we could conjecture on it all day because I think he's a demon, he's like a force of nature. Whatever's behind that mask, I think, would not even strike us as being human. So all the things about him that make him seem human are lies. So we can feast on his little boy's soul. What do you mean, ooh? Have you watched the show? The prince would go, ew! But the second season, I thought, really approached this. What I began sensing from the way they were writing it and the way it was, everything about it, and it was brought out by this wonderful relationship between Claude and Sebastian, where you see he's got an enemy that's more or less his equal now, and that's kind of crazy. And what does that bring out in his relationship to CL? Clearly, he has become something different than just a demon with a contract, because I think the mask and whatever's underneath the mask in season 2 begins to fuse, so he's become something new. So whereas in season 1 I've been told people, oh, do you think he really likes Leo or loves him? I'm like, no, he's just hungry. It's an act, it's camouflage. But in season 2, there's definitely something there. And I love that. I love that it plays out like that. So I love season 2 for that reason. As an actor, it's fun to watch your characters grow.
Like when Claude was like, he's such a fine soul, and you like... Sebastian's like, he got so mad, because I won't tell him things that are coming up, and when he heard that,
I was like, I got into character. And he will tell you, I'm in character the entire time we do this. If it's the 8-hour day, I'm Sebastian. And so Claude would do things, and I'm like, you little bastard. I can't work like this, Ian. I can't work like this. That was great. So, sorry. What do you think? What do you think about season 2?
I like season 2. Season 3, what would you do?
What would you do?
Sermons all the time! I just think it'd be fun to have, like, us, and then have you guys pop in.
And then, like, Sebastian's looking in the background, like, destroying things all
He
that.
just ruins everything he touches because he's such a freaking klutz, you know?
It's one of my favourite things about my ring. So could you show them the difference using your glasses?
Yeah, so when I have my glasses on, this is what I sound like this at teens. I sound like this, and it's kind of ridiculous. But then when I take them off, I sound like
I'm a sniper, and I'm a proper British sniper, and it's nice to meet you, but I'm gonna put my glasses back on
right now, and it is
It's a hilarious bit, but it is that choice, we rooted it in such a true thing, is because when she finds the glasses, when she finally becomes a servant, she's like, I don't.
And then she put it on, and I still remember your notes. She's like,
Season 3. What's going on?
Season 3. I don't know.
Think about how it ended. Oh, what? Why would That's a season 3 kind of thing. Is the tentacles.
Season of the tentacle. I don't like that. I don't know. I mean, the thing about where they left off in season 2, they could literally go anywhere with it. But I mean, it would kind of become this weird. I'd like to see them. I don't know. I would like to see the relationship explored more now that they are more or less equal. Oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't seen season 2, we're spoiling things for you. Sucks to be you. You should buy it. You should buy it. You should be watched. You should be watched.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. The season is going to be about, I mean, if they make it. And trust me, we are such big fans that we want to know if they're going to make more as much as y'all do. But the way that they left it off, it's going to be about how do they deal with what you want to say.
I just had a brilliant thought. It's a brilliant thought. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want them to go to Paris.
I could see that.
When I was in Paris, I saw a giant Black Butler cutout while I was there. I was walking down the street and I was like, shut up, it's Sebastian!
Oh my God. Oh, great. I can never go to Paris again because of Italia. Could you improvise a scene where France is asking Sebastian to be his butler? I'm not even thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God, you're so sexy. Do you want to come up for me? No.
I mean, it's going to be about how do you deal with the fact that you have a butler eternally serving a demon, and because he can never eat his soul, so how are they going to navigate that? And I think it's going to be interesting watching, does CL need, because he has to eat at some point, so is the young master going to be the butler for somebody else?
Ooh.
I know, or are they going to go into some demon world and
because I think Sebastian would have to sort of train him in the ways of being a demon, because he's an honest demon.
Yeah, that's the entire series, right?
That's, oh my God.
I'm a maid.
Thank you. That was a really good script monitor that we use. There's a door right about where Monica is. Okay, and there's a window right about where her face is. Tiny little window, about just big enough for her to put her pretty face in. So you get the idea. And if I were to get off mic and look out this window, I can see Ian over there at the control panel with Kevin, the engineer, sitting next to him at his control panel doing their thing. I hear Ian through my headphones, and he can hear me through the mic. Because you're in a little whisper chamber, so you ideally can't hear it when the door is, or unless I'm on mic. Now, so Ian says, one more take. And it's just missing something. I'm like, what do you think it's missing, Mrs. Sinclair? I don't follow you. It's like, I think it needs more movement. To which I respond, you want me to dirty dance with a microphone. The effect it will have on my voice, so it sounds like Sebastian is really interrogating this nun. Really, Ian? Really? Yeah, and I'm your director, so get cracking.
And by the way, y'all are welcome.
So I'm sitting there, and standing there rather, and indeed, Ian has just given me a direction, and I would go into battle with this man, so I'm ready to interrogate the microphone stand. And I do, and we come in for the take, and I'm moving, and the line comes out, and indeed, it does seem to affect my voice just the right pitch. It sounds really like Sebastian and this nun are just, having a blast. And when it's done, I hear laughter. Ian's laughter, but not in my headphones. I mean, I hear it in my headphones, but it's not on mic laughter. It's not like, ha 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 ha. It's, ha ha. And look in that bastard's face, it's right here.
himself.
These are very small recording rooms, okay? So I had to, like, do a sort of Spider-Man thing to make the booth is shaking. I'm waiting until I can hear the engineer finish. I'm like, that was my favorite moment. So, okay. I was at a really, really large con to support the premiere of Italia, which is also a very high-pressure property where we're like, all of us are like, oh, we're gonna be there, we're gonna watch the first 10 episodes with 3,000 fans, and we're all going to die if they hate it. We are not getting out of this room alive. The same weekend that we're already there being, oh my God, man, we hope it works. All of us have butterflies, all of us, the whole cast was, or most of us, were there. And we're all of us, man, this is crazy. We've never done something this big before. That same weekend, I get a call from the brand manager in Funimation who says, by the way, they just announced you as Sebastian. I'm like, oh, you have killed me! I'm at this huge 40,000 person strong event, and I'm like, if they hate the idea of me being Sebastian, I'm gonna die. Am I gonna die the Italian way or the Black Butler way? I'm not. I told all my friends, I love you, I'm never coming home, I love you. But there was a huge enthusiasm for it, but mind you, we'd only been just recording it, so nothing was out, no one had heard anything yet. Well, through my autograph line, the very last day of this con, which is like everyone comes, they call it like the cattle call autograph signing session, and it is, you're like, hey, what's up, oh, sorry, okay, yay, because people have been waiting all weekend. There was this one cute little girl, she's maybe 10 years old, if she was that, and she's tiny, she has her mom with her, and she has this Black Butler wall scroll, and she has a paint pen, and she has a little note pinned to the wall scroll with instructions on how I'm to sign this and who she wants written. And she's got this tiny little voice like, hi, oh my God, I'm a big fan of yours, and yes, if you could just sign right here, that's how you spell my name, and I want you to say this, yes, my lord, blah, 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 and all this right here with this pen, you have to shake it up like, she was like instructing. She was on point with this tiny little voice. And while I'm signing, I'm taking my time to spell everything out correctly and be really nice, because this is technically the first wall scroll I'm signing, it's associated with the show, so I want it to be special. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm like the biggest Black Butler fan in the world, and you're like my favorite voice actor, so I knew you'd get Sebastian. I just know it because, you're the perfect person for it, and I love this show so much, and I'm so glad that Funimation has it, and I'm so glad that you're playing Sebastian, because it's my favorite show in the world, and you're like my favorite voice actor. Did I say my favorite voice actor? Because Sebastian's my favorite character. And you're my favorite voice actor, so my favorite character, my favorite voice actor, it's amazing, so you better not fuck it up. She's just staring negatively. I look at her mom, because this whole thing has just dropped the F-bomb. And I'm thinking, her mom is just standing there going...